guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week's look is inspired by one of my favorite artists on Instagram, Josh McQuary. He actually paints with highlighters, so I decided to bring his work to life and add a bit of a UV element. I'll have all of his links down below, but some of his art is not safe for work, so please keep that in mind. If you like this look, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to make sure you don't miss a single video from me in the future, hit that subscribe button. As always, all of the products, my social media, and the music used will be listed in the description. And with all of that said, let's get into the tutorial.
Blocked out my brows and I'm in a tube top. To start the look, I put on the cowl and I glue down the edges with Prozade. This cowl was super easy to make and I'm gonna have a tutorial for it on Friday. Once all of the edges are glued down, I can seal them with tissue and latex. As always, disclaimer about latex: before using it on yourself or anyone else for the first time, do a patch test on the wrist or inner arm, and if redness, irritation, or a rash occurs, do not proceed with use. Next, I use an eyeliner to map out some of the main features so I know where to place the colors. I start by applying pink body paint since that's the main color. I don't worry about an even application because I'm going to be layering colors. And the artist paints with highlighters in a watercolor-like fashion, so there's different opacities in different areas. Once I'm done with the pink, I move on to the yellow areas. Instead of brushing motions, I use mainly patting and tapping motions, so the colors will better blend where I want them to. I also use a sponge to help blend the colors. You want to do light washes of color at first, then build up the opacity where you want. Now for the red. On the chest, I use a very dry mix of body paint so I can dry brush it and fade it onto the previous colors. Under the eyes, I use a very wet mix of body paint so I can get some really nice drips. And I use what's left on my brush on my neck. I apply more yellow over where the red and yellow meet on my arms, then I use a sponge to blend the colors together. And I add some more yellow to my neck. Then I use the eyeliner again to create an altered body shape, and I fill in outside that shape with black so it will fade into my background. Now for the detailing. This makeup is not hard, it's actually probably one of the easier ones I've done, but all the line work makes it a bit tedious. I used black body paint to start adding in all of the lines, details, and wrinkles, and I'm just referencing the original art for this, but adjusting the placement slightly to accommodate my facial proportions. I also start adding in the little dots, which is honestly one of my favorite details. For the fine details, I map them out first with eyeliner, then go back over it with the body paint. And for all the detailing on the chest, I do the same thing. I add in the main details, then the finer lines. I also further alter the shape of my shoulders and neck. And since I always get asked this, I use water-activated body paint, which is FDA approved for use on the skin, and it comes off with soap and water. Do not use craft paint on your skin as it can cause serious skin irritation. Now for the UV paints. I didn't want to just paint all of the areas with the UV body paint because I wanted there to be a contrast between the look under regular light and it under blacklight. I start with the red and I just apply it next to some of the detail lines in the red areas. And for the chest and shoulders, I use a sponge to stipple the paint for an interesting texture. And I add in some lines of the red UV body paint on my neck. Then I go in with the yellow UV paint, and again I just apply it next to the detail lines in the yellow areas. And these UV paints are cream body paints, so they layer nicely over the water activated paints. And last I go in with the pink UV body paint.
Thank you so much for watching this week's makeup tutorial. If you'd like to see the picture and lip sync of this look, head on over to my Instagram to check them out. This week's shout out goes to Emily on Fire here on YouTube. She left an amazingly sweet comment on my channel, and comments like those are really what motivate me to keep creating content for you guys. If you want to be next week's shout out, all you have to do is be active on my social media. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on Friday. Bye guys.
Congratulations, you have made it to my end screen. Click that top link to check out my purple guide tutorial, or click that bottom link to check out a video that YouTube's robots think you'll like. And if you want to make sure you don't miss a single video from me in the future, click that little circle with my face in it to subscribe.